Hello students. In your previous classes we have studied how chemistry plays a very important role in our lives. We studied about cement, about fertilizers, gypsum, etc. In today's class we will study about plaster of Paris. Now what is this plaster of Paris? It is nothing but a fine white colored powder. You can see here it is nothing but a powder, very fine powder. So first let's look at the chemical formula. So the chemical formula for plaster of Paris is CaSO4 half H2O. What is the chemical formula? CaSO4 half H2O. The chemical name for plaster of Paris is calcium sulfate hemihydrate. Calcium sulfate hemihydrate. Okay. So now you will be wondering, what is its relation with Paris? Plaster of Paris. Is it related to the Paris city in France? Yes, it is. It is related to it. So we all know that plaster of Paris was first time made using gypsum, right? It derived from gypsum. Now gypsum was available in abundance in Paris. Paris, where is it situated? It is situated in the city of in London, in France. Okay, so Paris is in France. So gypsum was available in abundance in Paris. Now it was used during the ancient times. During the Roman civilization, people used to make use of this gypsum. And once what happened, there was an outbreak, a fire accident was there. So then what happened, the Roman civilization, the Roman empire emperors, they asked everybody to cover their buildings with plaster of Paris, because gypsum was available in uh, abundance in the city of Paris. They made plaster of Paris out of this gypsum, and they covered all their buildings using this plaster of Paris. So what happened, it is to protect their buildings from fire accidents and all. Okay, so that is the from Paris. It got famous, and all the other countries and nations, they started manufacturing this plaster of Paris. Now it's famous all over the world. Now, how is this plaster of Paris obtained? It, as I mentioned earlier, plaster of Paris is obtained from gypsum. Okay, so we know the formula for gypsum. Gypsum is CaSO4 2H2O. CaSO4 dot 2H2O is gypsum. So when we heat this gypsum at 373 K, so when gypsum is heated, we get plaster of Paris. So from where is this plaster of Paris obtained? From gypsum. When we heat gypsum at a certain temperature, plaster of Paris is obtained. Okay, so after mixing with water, okay, so when we mix this plaster of Paris with water, after 10 to 15 minutes, this starts getting hardened. So same like cement, when we mix water to it, it will become hardened. Now let's move on to the uses of plaster of Paris. So plaster of Paris is widely used in so many things. So the chalk, the blackboard chalk, which is very famous. You all of you would have used chalk, right? So the chalk that you use for writing on your boards, it is all made up of this plaster of Paris only. And for plastering, and you can see the statues, beautiful statues made, right? So all these statues are made using the plaster of Paris powder. And then here, this is widely used in hospitals also, because for plastering the fractured bones and dislocated bones, so that they see how they have put the powder into a paste, made the paste out of plaster of Paris powder, and they are covering it all over your legs, and then they are covering with a bandage. So this is how they are helping to improve or cure the dislocated bones, fractured bones especially. So it is widely used in hospitals. The next one is in dentistry, to make fake teeth. Okay, so it is used in dentistry, and also it is used as a building material, as a protective coating on walls and ceilings. How beautifully they have made it, is to make statues, to make the ceilings and walls also. It is widely used in construction purposes also. So yes, so in today's class we studied about plaster of Paris. Okay, So what is the formula of plaster of Paris? CaSO4 half H2O. So what is the chemical name of plaster of Paris? Calcium sulfate hemihydrate. Okay, so we also saw about the uses of plaster of Paris in various fields. We saw how it is used in construction, for the ceilings and walls. We have seen how it is used in making craft items, for also making beautiful statues. It is also used in dentistry. It is also used to make chalk materials. Okay, so thank you, students. That's all for today.